am exhausted. I got a whopping like 2.5 hours of sleep, but we're gonna take my girl to the vet to see if she has the 6th puppy retained. I felt and was palpating something that felt like this big, and it was diagonal in her abdomen last night. So we're gonna go make sure she doesn't have any retained puppies. Obviously that would be an infection risk, and we want the best for Miss Oakley, so we're gonna make sure she doesn't have any retained puppies. But her 5 beautiful babies are in tow with us, and they are just like the light of our lives right now. When Ellie got up this morning, I showed her a picture of an Oakley with her puppies, and I was like, Oakley had puppies, and she didn't grasp it until she saw them, and I moved them from one whelping box to the next because we were cleaning the birthing whelping box. Well, sanitizing it, but anyways, she didn't grasp it, and now that she's seen them, she's like, and she demands to keep Yellow. Out of all of the puppies, she wants Mr. Difficult, Mr. Derpy. Anyways, we're gonna go take our babies to go get checked and make sure they're okay. I just want to be a responsible breeder. I know most people don't get their dogs checked right after they breed or right after they birth, but like I said last night, I was palpating something that felt about this big, which is about half the size of the other puppies, and it was diagonal, and I could kind of feel the head and feel the butt and grab it, and I was kind of manipulating it, like trying to push it down so maybe the contractions would pick it up and push it out, but that didn't seem to be the case. So the vet is confident it wasn't an emergency. Her gums were pink, she was drinking and eating, and so now we're gonna go explore if she has a retained puppy. Obviously being very proactive will help with any complications, and so we're just going to ensure that that's the case, and then in 3 to 5 days we'll get their little umbilical cords, not in their umbilical cords, I'm sorry, their little tails docked. Why dock their tails? It's so cruel. Well, the AKC requires that as a standard. So that is called the breed standard. They require it. Also, dew claws removed. They have like an extra thumb. If it catches on furniture or anything like that, it can rip off and be really disgusting and terrible for new owners, and traumatizing even. And so we try to remove that for all of our potential pet owners, but I don't know, I kind of want to keep the traditional girl. I don't know, I kind of want to keep her. We have a really, really cool chocolate merle boy, and he's gorgeous. We have 2 other merles that are, one almost looks brindle. If we have a brindle, like, brindles are very rare in the Yorkie world. So, regardless, we had a beautiful litter. They are thriving. They are all nursing, and she's doing great at mothering. I know this trip is stressing her out, but if she ended up having a retained puppy and it caused an infection, that could be fatal for mom. And I just want to ensure, because she got some oxytocin last night, that she is good to go. So all that to be said, she's been cleaned up. She's been moved to a new, like, birthing postpartum suite, I guess. And now we're gonna go check on mom and babies, make sure they're good, and get their tail docking scheduled. I'm also getting a breed of European lines. The European lines don't have to have their tail docked because it's not required for the pedigree. So the European lines are very cute, and they don't have to have their tail docked. So my next litter plan is that Sunny should be coming into heat any day now. She is an AKC Sable female. Now, we have 2 AKC males, but ideally she would breed best with the smaller male. So we're going to do like some courting, some dating. So after some courting and some dating, hopefully they pair up and they make some beautiful babies. And our next litter will be in 3 to 6 months with a different set of mommy, daddy, parents. With having these European lines, they would be the next to be bred. So my dogs would not be bred super often. They will have time to recover from birth and postpartum, and first and foremost, they are my babies. So if anything ever comes up where it becomes a dangerous situation, or the vet recommends that they are automatically neutered or spayed, that will be the case. I am not going to sit here and risk any of my fur babies. I love them very much, and I am just really having a good time doing this. Like, I have baby fever all the time. I love doing photography, and I love bringing joy to other people, and what's more joyful than a brand new puppy, you know? So anyways, all that to be said, let's go to the vet. Okay, so we just took the puppies to the vet, and nobody was retained in Oakley. I think I was just sleep deprived and crazy. But call me an anxious grandma, I don't care. Oakley's safe, and she's healthy, and she's doing great with her babies, and as long as that's the case, I will spend the money to make sure she's okay. Now we're going to do puppy weights. I've got the scale in front of me to ensure that we're not losing too much weight and that we're gaining. So let's take everybody's weights now that we've named puppies. Oakley is a good mama. Purple was born at 3.88 ounces, and now she's 5.2. Good job, Purple. Purple is now named Harvest. No, Purple is a little girl and her name is Orchard. This is Flannel. This is Flannel. Green boy. Let's make sure. Yeah, he's a boy. He was born at I can't find Flannel's weight, but this is Flannel. He's a little boy. He's Merle. He's very gorgeous. And let's see how much he weighs day one of his life. Wow. Big jumps all around. 5.82. Flannel started at 4.06, so he's 5.82 ounces now. That's great. This is baby Cider. Cider was born at 4.41 ounces. Baby Cider. Baby Cider's a Merle, and she's a little girl. She's very cute. Very. All right, Baby Cider, you were born at 4.41. She was one of the chunkier babies. Now she's 5.82. It's okay, baby. Next we have Pecan. Pecan is a little sable baby. And Pecan was a cutie. Very short, stout, and cobby. Very adorable face. Hi, Pecan. Pecan weighed 3.70. Pecan was one of our tinier babies. Let's see how much Pecan weighs today. Mama wants to come check out what we're doing. Come on, Mama. You're welcome to come check it out. 5.64. Mama's doing a good job. I've left Mama's door open so she can check on her babies how she likes. But we have little Harvest. Harvest is a little male. Harvest is very cute. Look at his colors in the sun. We got some very pretty pattern going on here. Not just torturing Mama to upset her. I'm making sure puppies are staying on track with their weight. She is a little bit upset that all her babies are not in one place. But if we had fading puppy syndrome, this would be the easiest way to identify and save a baby. So in the long term, this is saving her grief, even though she feels like I am taking her baby. But we're just tracking weights and temps right now. Look at little Harvest. Hi. He looks like he's going to be sable, but also he looked like he had the potential to be brindle. We're going to let him develop a little bit more. But welcome to the world, Harvest. Harvest was born at 3.17. I think that was the smallest we had. Yeah, Harvest was our stubborn, derpy guy. Here we've zeroed out the scale. We've got a nice soft surface for them to lay on. Harvest! 5.47 ounces. Good job, Harvest. You're doing great with your mama, Harvest. Let's go back home. This is the day birthing suite. As you can see, she's got fresh water. She's got a mix of raw food, Victor, and her old food. And she's got a heat lamp for the babies to stay warm, but also areas to escape it if it becomes too hot for her. But for the most part, we're just gonna let Mama have a great time in her postpartum suite today, relaxing. As you can see, she's got lots of room, lots of natural light, and she'll have lots of potty breaks. Everybody gained weight, nobody lost weight, and that makes me a very happy breeder. So all that to be said, sounds like I am going to leave them alone, let them acclimate to life on their first week of life, and I'm gonna take my daughter to Target and get her some shoes because she needs some off of 2.5 hours of sleep. So if I look crazy, you see me out in public, mind your business.